Hey guys, welcome to Punky's World. This is a retro wrestling recap. Nick Opalewski, who seems to be the only person that's requesting these, but people are watching them though. This is Royal Rumble 1994. Thank you once again, Nick. This took place at the Providence Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island, a building I've actually been to for a Carmen concert. In fact, a quick story. I was sitting in the building, and this is before the show started. The lights were still on, and I remember it hitting me that was the building where Jake Roberts DDT'd Ricky Steamboat on the floor. In their angle, where Steamboat brought out the Komodo dragon and that whole thing. That I was sitting in that building. So, on the call were Ted DiBiase and Vince McMahon, except for during the IRS versus Razor Ramon match, I think it was. Anyway, it was IRS versus Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental Championship. At the time, Shawn Michaels had just come back from a hiatus, and they had taken the title from him, but he still had his original belt. And they were working the angle with Razor Ramon that led up to SummerSlam of that year when they had the first ladder match. And still the best. I always like to give you an idea of what was going on. Even though I don't remember it on my own, if I see things, I get cues, and that helps me remember. IRS almost won because Shawn Michaels came in and hit Razor with his belt. But one ref came in, told the other ref, and Shyster was disqualified, and of course Ramon kept the belt. We all know Razor Ramon is Scott Hall. Erwin R. Shyster was Mike Rotunda. He is the father of Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. He has been married to the sister of Barry and Kendall Windham for freaking ever. They have 3 children, the oldest being Windham, which is Bray Wyatt. Micah, their daughter, and then Bo Dallas, and I can't remember his name. I can't remember his real name. Damn it. Anyway, so this was also the time when Owen Hart turned on Bret. Owen and Bret versus the Quebecers for the tag titles. The Quebecers won basically by default. They stopped the match for Bret's knee. Then Owen kicked his knee out from underneath him. Nobody thought Bret was coming back for the Rumble, but we'll get to that. Owen cut some of just the best promo of his career. After that, there was Tatanka versus Bam Bam Bigelow. It's actually a really good match, and Tatanka won, which I was not expecting. I assumed Bigelow would go over. Um, The Undertaker versus Yokozuna in a casket match for the world title. Yokozuna retained the title. However, it wasn't without the help of a bunch of guys because it was a no disqualification match. I believe I wrote a list of the guys that came in. Crush, Bigelow, Great Kabuki, Tenryu, Adam Bomb, Samu, Fatu, Diesel, and Jarrett. The Undertaker cut a chilling promo from inside the casket. It like lit up and you could see him inside of it on the screen. It was like cameras inside the casket or something. And it was absolutely bone chilling. It was so good. He then began to levitate. Okay. Before I get to the Rumble itself, I have a few notes. Manager of the Quebecers was Johnny Polo, also known as Scotty the Body, Scotty Flamingo, but best known to wrestling fans as Raven. Joey Morello was the referee for IRS versus Razor Ramon. Just a few months later, on the 4th of July, he was killed in a car crash. Joey was the 24-year-old son of Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, and they said that IRS had stolen Razor Ramon's gold, and it was in his briefcase. There were promos that were cut over time about the match. They showed them in a string, The Undertaker and Paul Bearer. They were, again, some of the best promo work in wrestling. Now, the Rumble itself. Oh, before I go there. Sparky Plug is, of course, Bob Holly. Quang became better known as Savio Vega. Just to let you know. I screwed up my list here somehow on the entrance, and I apologize. I missed. I know who I missed. I missed Jeff Jarrett, and that screwed everybody else up. They came in: Scott Steiner, Samu, Rick Steiner, Quang, Owen Hart, Bart Gunn, Diesel, Bob Backlund, Billy Gunn, Virgil, Randy Savage, Crush, Doink, Bigelow, Mabel, Sparky Plug, Shawn Michaels, Mo from Men on a Mission. That's where Mabel comes from too. Greg Valentine, Great Kabuki, Lex Luger, Tenryu. 23 didn't come out. He was ill and couldn't wrestle. Rick Martel, Tatanka. Somewhere along the lines, Jeff Jarrett, then Bret Hart, Fatu, Marty Jannetty, and Adam Bomb. I do not like Vince McMahon's commentary. Adam Bomb came out, and Vince McMahon's like, Adam Bomb's going to win. Adam Bomb's going to win. He got number 30, he's going to win. And it was like, really? And every time somebody was, hanging on the ropes, he would say, and they're out. No, maybe they're not out, and it's like, really, Vince? He's not a good commentator. But he owned the company, so you couldn't tell him he couldn't commentate, Now, what happened in the Royal Rumble is this. Bret Hart and Lex Luger flipped over the top rope at the exact same time, eliminating each other. And therefore, what happened was head referee Earl Hebner said that Bret won, and Joey Marella said that Luger won. So Jack Tunney came out and said they both won. In the end, I don't think Luger was there by the time WrestleMania happened anyway. I think he had gone back to WCW, but Bret still got the WrestleMania match. I don't know I don't remember what transpired, but Bret ended up going to WrestleMania against Yokozuna with Roddy Piper as the referee. So, like I said, I don't remember exactly what transpired that Bret got the match. Probably was supposed to be Luger. Because they were probably planning on putting the belt on Luger. But he didn't stay. Because Luger fits Vince McMahon's mold of a champion. So, I think that was the plan. Let me know if you know different. Maybe they were supposed to have a match between the two, and I don't know. I don't know what the original plan was for going forward after the controversial ending. So, anyway. My next retro wrestling recap might just be SummerSlam 94 because of the Razor Ramon Shawn Michaels connection. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something or a few somethings. Thank you for joining me. Please share the video with all your wrestling fan friends. Please watch from beginning to end. Please like. Please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Remember, you can customize them. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye.